Hello everybody, Michael J. here from Axios Art Studios, and you're watching a time-lapse for my newest print. It's Ivy from Soulcalibur, and excuse the quality of this because I was actually testing a camera and it was not very good. I originally wasn't going to publish a time-lapse on this one. I was just going to put out the finished print, but I kind of wanted to show off the pencil drawing because it was really good. I thought it actually came out better than I expected. So yeah, this is the only part that's going to be in low quality. The rest is actually going to be a higher quality later. But yeah, this is sorry about that. Now you can't really see it because the color is totally desaturated. But I'm actually using non-photo blue pencil, and I actually go back over it with a darker blue pencil. It's actually indigo blue to get the finer details done, and then it's on to inking. Originally I would ink with actual ink pens, but I'm actually trying to learn how to do better digital inking, and well, you see it. There's another little mishap right here. I was started inking, but then I forgot to hit the record button. So yeah, you only got that part of the inking process. Sorry about that again. But now we'll move on to color, and I wanted to get her iconic purple and gold, kind of like it's actually just the color she started off with in the first Soulcalibur, and they've had purple and gold accents in her recent costumes, and in fact this whole design of this costume right here isn't even in the game. It's just one I just mashed together from different genres. I was having a little problem with the lining, and I kind of came up with this gold leafing kind of design for it because I just wasn't working with the solid colors. And moved on to the sword. It got that iconic it's a maroon kind of color, and then we just went with the grays, and there's even darker gray on the mid part of the blade. So we were just going on, I was doing that, and then I moved on to toning, which is basically I just used the burn and a dodge tool to get those good shadows and good highlights. I actually really like using that, and I'm actually using Krita right here to do this, and Krita is actually very much like Photoshop. It's a little it has a little bit of a hard learning curve because a lot of the buttons and commands aren't where they usually are, but afterwards I actually got Clip Studio, and that's what I used on the background. The background I did not want to be very detailed. I actually originally I wanted it to be very detailed, but I learned it kind of takes away from the actual character drawing. I learned that with my Mad Moxie piece. I did a really detailed background of Mad Moxie's Underdome, and it kind of mashed together a little bit, and I still need to tweak that a little bit so that she kind of pops out and doesn't blend into the background as much. But I do like the way Clip Studio actually has a pretty good blending tool. It's actually like working with real paint, which I haven't worked with real paint since college, and because well, paints are messy and also very expensive, and for the longest time I have lived like paycheck to paycheck. So anyways, I really do like how Clip Studio does feel like real paint, and you can blend it really well. Actually, it's right here I wanted the mountains to be a little darker, and I went a little too dark, but then I was able to blend them back to the color I wanted. See right there, it's good. And I wanted I did want a better like texture to the ground, so I got this like a picture of sandstone, and I manipulated it and put it on a layer, just I put it on multiple, so it actually shines through and it kind of blends in there. So yeah, that's got that. And then it was the sky, and now I just wanted to put like a little bit of highlights and a little bit of color, because this is actually supposed to like resemble one of the maps, like one of the stages actually. And the stages actually has like two settings. It has one where it's in the middle of the day and another where it's a sunset. And I always like the sunset one because it just looked better when, especially when I was doing like photo mode and I was playing around in that thing. But yeah, and there's this little trick I learned with the gradient, with the grading tool, where I put it on like a multiple layer and just filter through, and you get this really nice color. Add a little bit more shadows and you know, some highlights and so dark spots there to give it some depth. Again, don't want to put too much detail in the background, but also don't want to leave it that it's it just looks like a blurry mess. And then just sign in my name, and we're done with that. This print is actually up on the site right now, and you guys can go ahead and check it out. Tell me what you guys thought about this video and the commentary. Let me know if there's any better programs or techniques I could use. I welcome any critiques. Okay, thanks again. Bye.